Hi there, my name is Sarah Hillyard. I'm a teacher trainer, speaker, ELT consultant, author and materials writer. I'm here today with some top tips for using classroom posters, and I have 3 ideas for developing creativity in your students with the posters as a starting point. Creative writing, stories, poems, dialogues, even silly sentences. With creativity, language lessons become engaging, students are pulled into using their imaginations, think differently, think outside the box, in speech or in writing, a skill that is needed not only in the classroom, but for the whole of life. Tip number 1. Get a numbers poster and challenge your students to write a number adventure story or a mystery number story. So they need to use at least, let's say, 5 numbers from the poster in their story. So the plot they come up with might be something like, there are 3 rabbits who live at house number 50 in their rabbit city, and they're going to buy 20 carrots for their mother's 60th birthday party that will be celebrated on the 30th of September. Or it could be a poem where each line must start with a number. It could be a rhyming poem or not. 3 little rabbits, 50 is their house number, 20 carrots they're about to buy, 60 years their mother will be, 30th of September, the celebration we will see. The same thing can be done with an alphabet poster, having to use a certain number of words from the poster in their alphabet adventure story or poem, or a colours poster to write a very colourful story, poem, or a feelings poster, and it will end up being a very emotional story. You could limit them a little so that then they have to be a little bit more creative. Tell them to choose a given number of words from the poster without telling them why, without telling them what those words will be for. So they will have, let's say, 5 words that might make sense together, or total nonsense. The more ridiculous, the better. We're being creative. Tip number 2, look at this parts of speech poster. You will want to teach these parts of speech, give these examples, and make sure your learners understand the concepts. Then use the examples as sentence frames, removing the colourful words in the sentence to be replaced by others, and you're left with the structure of the sentence. The words you remove are the ones that are colour-coded for that specific part of speech on the poster. So for example, for adjectives, you've got the big yellow dog ran through the park, with big and yellow being highlighted. So these are the words that you remove. These are the ones that learners need to replace, leaving the dog ran through the park. Maybe they replace the words for the tiny blue dog ran through the park. Just get creative. Then ask them to replace the nouns in the adjective example. So they need to remove dog and park and replace those. So the tiny blue robot ran through the river. Or how about change the verb ran? The tiny blue robot danced through the river. Just go crazy, that's fine. Tip number 3, dialogues. Take a look at this feelings poster, and your students put them in pairs. Select 2 characters that they find interesting from the poster, and then they create profiles for each one of their characters. Thinking of a profile includes inventing names, backgrounds, personalities, family members, likes and dislikes, hobbies, favourites, and of course, their feelings, which is given to them on the poster. You could help them out by having a kind of form that they need to complete for each of their characters with those categories. They need to think of a setting, and now they can start writing their dialogue with each character feeling their given feeling. Monitor and help them with their scripts, and then have them pick their character, rehearse their lines, and then act it out expressing those feelings. One of them might be a very curious character, the other one might be scared of everything. So I hope I have given you a spark of creativity for using your posters in class, and get your lessons and your students flowing with creativity with these poster ideas.